Look, I was down on my back. They never thought I would last. I didn't run out of gas. I'm giving all that I can. They didn't know I'm the one. Stood my ground when they thought I would run. Beat me down when they thought I was done. Beating death like the sound of my drum. Feel like I can go do what I want. Hey, liberated. Liberated.
What's up, Days Pirates? Welcome back to Gear 5 Productions. Kane here, and I'm excited to get back into it. There's some kind of crazy life stuff going on, but I'm not going to bore you with all the details. We can talk more in Discord. Some of them already know what's going on, but we have a new fun take on RP Luffy that utilizes some of the PRB support and some of the cards that are coming out in the next couple sets. I have a couple ideas queued up for video, so I should be able to get the content flowing for you all again a little more consistently. And again, kind of just diving back into my own fun and enjoying what I like most about the game, RP Luffy, and building this community that is pretty great. So he had some set reviews coming. I want to have a video about like teaching MTG players how to play One Piece, kind of using their language to teach them because I have some friends that still would kind of be more interested, but don't have a good resource like that to plug into. And I think that would be pretty fun to make. And then also just digging into RP Luffy, UP Luffy, RP Roger, and some of the other things that are coming down the pipeline as well. Always going to be circling back to RP Luffy, and I got a fun build for y'all today. I don't think I'm going to be tweaking it too much. As I'm going to do some live gameplay today, a little bit more just active conversation with y'all as I go through a couple games. But we are going to be playing a Donquixote RP Luffy that's shaping up to be pretty fun. I've only played a handful of games with it, but I've been having a good time with it. So just kind of starting with the searcher, we do have a sugar rest searcher, which obviously does take some attacks off of our plate, take some pressure off of us. So we do love having access to a rest searcher. Even though it does cost 2, it is kind of still quite nice to have. To that end, we are switching up our ramp package very slightly. There's no Zorojuros because they're not searchable off Nami. But our Donquixote Doflamingo from PRB02 is a blocker that on play that allows multicolored leaders to ramp a rested Dom. So this is a very strong tool going first to develop a 6K blocker and ramp at the same time. And also Sugar can search our God thread, so we are able to, have 6 searchable ramp as opposed to 4 previously, which is quite nice. The Bon Clays are still in here, so we are on 10 ramp. In addition to that, we are on 10 2Ks. So we kept Uso Hachis just because Uso Hachi is one of the best purple 2Ks in the game. If not, I'd go ahead and say the best purple 2K in the game. And then we do have this 5-cost Monet because that is a potential option to play off Doflamingo if we don't have anything else. And then we do have 4 of this Giola, because it is, it's when on opponent's attack. So it's kind of good for Burgesses, but maybe we should just swap this to 4 Monet. So maybe that'll be a change. Or maybe we'll just do 3-3 for now. We're just gonna go do 3-3 real quick while we're here. So I do think just having another thing to play off is nice, and I don't really see her getting too much utility outside of maybe manipulating Burgesses or some other things. It's really just a searchable 2K for us. We are on 10 2Ks to that end. With the 8-cost Donquixote Doflamingo anchoring our top end, we do have those Doflamingos that can play off it, but we do also have 4 of the Rosanates, which the Rosanate obviously is the discard an event from your hand and draw 2 cards. And if you're a 7 or more down, restand 2 down. So with that, we have kind of gotten more creative with our event package. We do have 3 Mulgun. We have 2 of the Beam Swords. If you guys have been a long time viewer of the channel, you know that I love this card. It did a lot of work for me in 07 and previous metas. So maybe this will be something else I tweak as we play through a few more games over into this. I think this is like Snow Glow. I don't know. I think the English translation is slightly different, but this is a strong Don Quixote Pirates counter event that allows you to buff a leader or character by 3,000 and at the same time give a opponent's leader or character minus 2,000. So within a single battle, it could be a 5,000 point swing within that conflict, or you can 3,000 out of one swing, and then also minus something else. So they either need to commit more Don to even swing into you in the first place, or you just kind of negate their ability to attack with that character at all, which can have some strong utility as well. Beyond that, the mulligan is pretty solid still, being able to remove 7K characters when we have any of these 6,000 characters in play. The 3-cost Monet also can potentially combo with that, and also is kind of manipulate our Don around at the same time, just being an extra minus 1,000. Obviously, it's searchable off sugar, and that kind of allows us to play through the mid game and potentially control the board a little bit better, remove maybe Katakuris and other things. Then we do still have 3 of the 9-cost Luffys because it just plays so well with our leader effect and is just such a strong rush threat for us. And I did have Gear 5s before this game before I started this video, but I did switch these to Shanks after talking to, I think it was SysV a little bit, or maybe I apologize if I'm misquoting who kind of pointed me towards it, but just how well Shanks does combo with Rosinante, and also even with the -1 from Doflamingo being on play between his attacking effect or potentially playing out a Doflamingo off of it, you are still in a very strong position to play those Shanks. Maybe we'll come across situations where I wish it was a Gear 5, but we'll talk about that as it comes up. But let's jump right into the gameplay and get into it. Wow, a black yellow Luffy to start us off. I definitely didn't expect that. They do get that new 5-cost ace in PRB, which again we'll be talking about pretty soon. When it shows up, we'll talk about it a little bit more too. I do have ramp here. We do have a little removal. Don't necessarily want to have both our beam swords in hand, but if we find a Rosinante, that's fine. So we'll see. We did get to go second here, which I think this list is pretty solid either way. I feel like to some degree it wants to go second. Against Black Yellow, I think we just take that first AK. Oh, look, a double sugar. I don't mind that. They're going to take this because Black Yellow Luffy wants to just do that. I guess we don't want a double search here, which is weird. We want to ramp. So we will ramp and we'll develop one of our sugars that we can potentially rest on a later turn. Fist Luffy, we are going to go ahead and just God Thread that. But not before we get 8K value off of our Bond Clay. We're also going to get 2 Don off of that, so we can play our second sugar at that point. So, I mean, he's just going to go down to 0, though, if I swing, which I don't mind. But it does allow him to leader effect next turn and put him in a pretty decent position. So, I mean, we still just do the thing. I guess I assume he's gonna just take this. He's gonna just take this. Some rush would be kind of hype just to push through. We might get punished for enabling his effect, but it's early enough that we can kind of maybe create some pressure out of this. Also, we have the Kamakura available, so that's pretty nice. We are now going to God Thread this. We are now going to use our leader effect. We are now going to rest this. Get a Doflamingo. And bottom. I think I'm just going to go ahead and search again, because if he doesn't prioritize these, we'll get another search off of it. And I am just going to get a blocker here. So we are keyed up for the combo next turn. Having a Rosinante would have been nice, but it's better to have the big body for this matchup. And again, I'm kind of pressuring them into swinging into my sugars probably, and if they don't, I get additional value off of them. Oh yeah, obviously they're going to pressure the Bond Clay first. So that's a small ace off the searcher, then another small ace off the searcher, put 2 on, discard a card, and then set. Yeah, there's the 5 cost. So this is the new piece. They're actually doing exactly what they want to with this combo. So if you have a face-up life, play a Sabo, Ace, or Luffy from your trash or hand. So they are able to get this full 9-cost body on board. So I know I was talking about going for the combo and all. But there's some pretty strong validity just going like 8 Don on. Hmm. Because what they don't have right now is a blocker, obviously. But I also have Osahachi. And a Beam Sword. Hmm. I guess one thing to think about here is we aren't able to search and use our Doflamingo and have Don up still. Not at least for the combo. Well, actually, we do have leader effect, right? So we could search once and still have 2 Don open. What if I find a Rosinante? Nope. So we will grab a 2K and put those. Then I am just going to develop the 9 cost. Maybe I'm being a little bit too timid when I could. I'm not going to get the rested because I can get an active here. Maybe I'm being a little too timid because I could just pressure a lot of cards out of hand. But again, I'm kind of putting the onus on them to have... I mean, I guess I know they at least have one more ace. Oh, shit. I think I just threw the fucking game. So now they're going to develop Sabos. I mean, I didn't throw the game, but... Just what I hate just the sim. Sometimes you just play yourself. I just can't even use any of my counter events now. And it's just is what it is, I guess. It's on me. If they play a 5-cost Sabo here, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. It's just a sim misclick, you know? I guess he's not buffing his leader here. He just has some life up, so it is what it is. They are immune to KO at this point, so they're not vulnerable to God Thread. But again, his leader is only a 5k leader. He is swinging an additional 8 in. Imagine if we could rest. Honestly, I guess resting wouldn't be that great right now. We can probably just proceed with developing more Doflamingos and look for another Rosinante, hopefully. So here, I don't want to block with this, but I kind of feel like I need to some extent. And now I do have 2 of the Doflamingo effects as well. Let's see if we can find a Rosinante, please. Fuck, man. Oh my goodness. Only valid target is another Monet. We do know that he has a ace card or ace kid in his hand. Man, I'm so mad about that misclick last game turn. He's gonna be a 9k leader with 2 life now too. I made this game a lot harder for myself than I had to. The Doflamingo effect happens first. Click no, idiot. I lost a game in testing to this too. I thought I never got the chance to Doflamingo. It was just the first thing. I didn't even notice I clicked on it. No. No blocker. Resolve. This is some shenanigans too, because if you get, Gum Gum Giant online with these, you are able to do quite a bit. Yeah, he's gonna be a 9K leader with 2 life again. Or not again, but I guess for the first time. So he hasn't activated this yet. I could use this to get out. I mean, again, I'm not going to use either one. No. No blocker. 2-1. That's going to go to 8K. He's going to do another 8K swing. No. No blocker. If he's going to go to 2 life again, I don't think I need or want to rest this yet. So I am just going to do this to go here and then -2. And it doesn't really matter. But we delayed a little bit. I should have just gone all in. I guess we just check our, and actually no, we'll get more counter out this way. Play board a little bit just to get more cards out of his hand, require more answers. Such a shame I only saw the one Rosinante. I'm just gonna throw another 10 into the, oh, haha, we both are making mistakes there, eh? So now I could go 9. I'm gonna go 10 into face. Probably just get a 2K or just take the life. Okay, that's fine. And we move on. Let's see. See what they got for us. If somehow they aren't able to Sabo more, that'd be best case for us, obviously. I guess if they play them out, I can get into some shenanigans. Going big at me, eh? So again, no on the Doflamingos. And this kind of sucks. I'm just going to take it. No trigger. This is kind of nice for us. No. Unfortunately, this cannot rest a leader, but we can rest the blocker here. If he does just go all in on us, he has us, but he's probably afraid of Gum Gum Giant, which kind of the power of Gum Gum Giant right there is the invisible blockers that it gives you. And now if they do develop one Sabo, I can remove that, or rest that, assuming they swing at me afterwards. So they are going to be a 9K leader, but they're going to have no life and a rested Sabo. So despite our kind of potential blunders, honestly, I kind of blundered twice in this game. I should have just gone all in with the first time that he's a 9K leader, and then also that using of the Doflamingo effect. Oh, I should have used it there, actually. It doesn't matter in this case. But if you have a Gum Gum Giant, being able to get that Don back can set you back to 10, which is also relevant. But we are going to go for a second one of these, which they are going to be pretty probably annoyed by. and then we rest another blocker, and then we're here, and then we're here. And we win. Yeah, 19. Which this deck does get a lot of play through. He's gone. Through that new ace, which again we'll do some set reviews coming soon. But yeah, now the ranked pops up. Oh, actually, oh no, it's right there. Yeah, so because I won, it's there. So, GG's. All right, cool. We got a blue Kuzan too. So if you're not familiar with this, this is a new blue Navy leader, an OP12. When you trash cards from your hands due to Navy effects, you draw the number of cards that you trashed. So very strong effect, especially with some of the existing cards, and some of his new support is very cool. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna try going first here. We don't have ramp, so I'm just gonna send it. That's fine. That's good actually. And turn. Probably. I mean, again, these 5 life leaders just take life all willy-nilly. They don't gotta think at all. I wish we don't have that luxury. I don't wish we did had that ability per se because snooze. But Cavendish. Okay, I haven't seen this in previous decks, but this is a strong card in general. We do just go ahead and play our ramp blocker here, I think. Is Bond Clay going to be bigger than 6 next turn? No, and let's just develop our blocker. That's fine. So next turn we're going to be able to play that Luffy out. Or potentially if we draw a Doflamingo, we could just go straight for the Doflamingo into Doflamingo combo, actually is what it is. The double Dofi Gambit. So this card is pretty neat. It is on play, trash a card, and then you can just freeze a character from attacking, which is nice. And it's an 6 cost AK, so very pretty strong position from them. I am going to go swing 6 into face because they're going to go for a 2k. Even though I do want this Cavendish off board, I'm going to get that 2k out of their hand first, and then go 10 into their other into Cavendish. And they'll probably still counter out for it, but I just got an additional 2k versus 1k. Or they don't. Nice. I don't want them to keep filtering their hand, that's for sure, so feel pretty good about that. Next turn we have quite a few options. We could just develop a sugar and have some pretty tricksy counter events open here to see what they do. They do get the Garp, which is going to allow them to develop a second Kuzan or something else. Sakazuki, this is from OP12. On play, if your leader is Navy, draw 2. Activate main, trash a card, give up 20 rest down to your leader characters. That's pretty good. Technically, we do need to play around Pudding here. But even after saying that, I am going to take this one. We could look for a Rosinante here. Do we try swinging into this AK? No, I don't think so. Let's see here. Could spend 4 down on searches and go from there. We got the Rosinante now, so we might just play out the Rosinante. Now we do have the Dofi as well, so we'll grab that for next turn. So knowing we have the Dofi for next turn, maybe we don't develop the Rosinante because we still have some counter events as it stands. To that end, let's just start with a 7. He doesn't have Don open for his Gum Gum Giants. Let's start with 8 into there. If they take it, we just go 10 face. If they counter out, we will now go... They're just going to counter out here versus taking a life. Either way, taking them down to 5 cards in hand is probably not a terrible idea. But I do kind of want to leave both these counter events. I mean, I guess I don't have to leave both open, right? Let's do this actually. Let's go 12 into the Kuzan. Nice. So they searched. They found another Garp to play, which is kind of lame. I could 1K here. And then, yeah, we'll 1K with a Doflamingo. Then the 8 comes in. We will not block. We will then do this, start returning, return 1, buff here, rest this, and then drop another 1K, and go here. And they do just go for a second Garp. This deck does develop some wide 8s. They got rid of one of their ice blocks. Interesting. And they do Sakazuki again, which is very strong. We have a second Rosinante now, but not particularly relevant. And I guess it kind of is because we can search with these sugars. So searching with sugars would put us at 1 active Don. It's probably pretty fine. So we're gonna replace one of them anyways. We want to do at least one. Only can grab the Rosinante. Searching again is fine. I'm gonna grab the God Thread because it allows us to cycle over getting the second 9 cost, because I think this game is gonna kind of come down to a pressure point from here. So we'll grab the God Thread because that's something we can pitch to the Rosinante. We are now going to swing 6, assuming they have a 2K. Don't have a 2K. So that means they're probably going to take 10. And they do. Don't know if that's good for us or bad for us. Choose a friendly target. We are going to put here out over a sugar. Trash this, draw 2. So that's nice. Turn that into a 2K and a 1K. We are going to leader effect. And we are going to end turn. Oh no, don't choose 0. Stand 2 up. So we don't have a God Thread now, or we don't have a Gum Giant. That's obviously one weakness of not running the... I hope my audio didn't just get chopped up. That's one obvious weakness of not running the Nami Searcher, is that we are not able to search for our Gum Giants. And that's maybe why a second Ice Igloo, or whatever this one's called, might be valid, but here we are. So we don't want to use Doflamingo. We learned that. Oh, they grav bladed. I kind of was chatting. I didn't even see that. So I am going to use this. Not yet, I guess. They got plenty of stuff coming at me. We will give you a 2 and a 1. The nice thing with these AK swings, it does kind of allow me to manipulate multiple swings here against. I'm not going to use that. And we will go ahead and just use this and minus this. Resolve. Don't use card action. Resolve. 6 is coming in. Don't use card action. 1K. I'm assuming another 8 from Garp. No, 6. Don't use card action. And this is 10. I don't want to take that. So we kind of feel pressured into the 1K. And then we are going to take this one. Oh, didn't mean to do that, but it doesn't really matter now. I could KO this here. That's kind of neat. That's a neat interaction, right? Because activate main, I have a 6 cost. He's not playing a blocker right now, so yeah, I'm just gonna do this. Oh, but if you play, no, he's probably leaving counters up, and he actually draw a second one there. So, let's see here. Let's start with 11. I think we might be kind of getting grinded out of this game. So that's this is kind of their Gum Gum Giant of sorts. It's still technically -1 a card, which people, obviously cry about RP Luffy for that, or cry about Gum Gum Giant for that not being, or being break even, relatively speaking. Not relatively speaking, it's break even on the cards. Don, whole other conversation. But this is a 4K counter that trashes a card, but when you trash that card, you draw a card off Kuzan. So it does cycle a card and give you that 4K. Did get out of that, not particularly surprising. I guess I do feel the pressure now. Well, let's still 2 on, leave 7 for my leader. That's 13K. Guess let's try another 11. Probably another ice block. Especially considering he discarded one late earlier. Or I guess it was it this one? I think it was this one. Because he did already trash one, I'm assuming he's kind of loaded on them. Unless he's bluffing. To that end, I think there's something to be said for kind of want this card in my hand, but it does allow me to remove one of these more effectively. We're gonna get Sakazuki out of here because screw that guy. Whereas if I just went to 10, but I'd have the card, and if he has a 2K and 1K, we're gonna say give me 2 2Ks, I guess. Because I want that card. If we do hit a Gum Gum Giant, that extra card in hand could really matter. And we're in a pretty bad position regardless. No card action. Problem is that if I just take this, I go to, yeah. I guess I was kind of in bad shape regardless. But I guess we just gotta live for the gambit. We don't got it. He's playing cautiously, which, fine. And then 7 on leader. Yeah, well played. So yeah, their Maki's also super interesting in this. I haven't really thought about that for him. That's pretty sick. Um, yeah. This deck is very cool. Obviously, him hitting the double Garp on me, developing, 4 8Ks and drawing 2 cards, or cycling 1 card and then drawing 2 additional cards, is pretty nasty. Um, and then he had another Kuzan. Yeah, that was a good game. We're gonna leave that in. Um, Honestly, I did get a little bit started later than I wanted to with the recording, and the live gameplay does take a little longer. So we're gonna cut it at 2 games here. Let me know how you guys feel about the live gameplay. If you're not subscribed already, please do so. If you want to see more RP Luffy and what we're cooking with the day's pirates. Um, but overall, Discord below, and I appreciate you even checking it out at all. So thank y'all.